What an absolute roller coaster of a game between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. If you missed it, you missed a wild one. But don't worry, I've got you covered with all the highlights. The Seahawks walked away with a 27-19 victory. But trust me, the final score doesn't even begin to tell the whole story. This game was a classic example of good, bad, and just plain weird. Let's start with the Seahawks defense, because they were the real MVPs of this matchup. They were all over Texans quarterback CJ Strud, making his life incredibly difficult all game long. They brought constant pressure, sacking him 3 times and forcing him into 7 errant passes. It was a suffocating performance and the main reason Seattle came out on top. When your defense plays that lights out, it can cover up a multitude of sins. And boy, were there sins. This game was a comedy of errors at times. The Seahawks, despite winning, coughed up the ball 4 times. You heard that right. 4 turnovers. Quarterback Sam Darnold filling in through a costly interception. But the most head-scratching play came from receiver Cooper Kupp on a trick play that went horribly wrong and ended up in the hands of the Texans. It's the kind of game that gives coaches gray hairs. But somehow, the Seahawks defense just kept bailing them out. It is a testament to their resilience that they could make that many mistakes and still secure the win. On the offensive side for Seattle, one man stood out above the rest. Rookie receiver Jackson Smith-Ngiga. This guy was an absolute stud. He was practically uncoverable, hauling in 8 catches for a massive 123 yards and a touchdown. He was Darnold's safety blanket and big play threat all rolled into one. Every time the Seahawks needed a crucial first down or a momentum-swinging play, it felt like number 11 was the one making it happen. He looks like a future star in this league, and this was his official coming-out party. Now, let's talk about that touchdown. Smith-Njigba made a fantastic catch in the end zone, and in his excitement, he decided to celebrate by dunking the football over the goalposts like a basketball. It was a fun, creative celebration, but the refs were not amused. They threw a flag and penalized him for it. Hey, sometimes you just have to have a little fun, right? Even if it costs you 15 yards. It was a memorable moment in a game full of them. The Texans weren't completely silent, though their defense made some noise. And the biggest play came from the phenomenal Will Anderson Jr. He showed why he was such a high draft pick, stripping the ball right out of Sam Darnold's hands and recovering it in the end zone for a Texans touchdown. It was a pure hustle and awareness play that kept Houston in the game. That's the kind of defensive firepower that gives Texans fans hope for the future. Unfortunately, the Texans also suffered a significant loss. Star receiver Nico Collins took a hard hit in the 4th quarter and had to leave the game with a concussion. It was a tough sight to see, and reports are now saying he is expected to miss Week 8. That is a huge blow to their offense, and we're all wishing Nico a speedy and complete recovery. Health is always the most important thing. So, there you have it. A game defined by defensive dominance, a ton of turnovers, a breakout performance from a rookie sensation, and a few bizarre moments sprinkled in. The Seahawks proved that a great defense can win you games, even when your offense is giving the ball away. The Texans fought hard but were ultimately undone by the relentless Seattle pass rush and the loss of a key player. What a game. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this recap, do me a huge favor and hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any more NFL action. Drop a comment below and let me know what you thought was the craziest play of the game. Until next time, take care.